Alright, as you can obviously tell, I'm not in school today, so I figured I'd make a video tutorial on how to get going with About Me. So here in Schoology, you can see now I did make a new folder, a green folder, Visual Basic. And there is your first VB Lesson 1, About, and various links and PDFs. This has the directions, the PDF. You can follow those. These are, we'll get back to these later. We'll need this one, we'll need this video, and that's just an intro video. You don't really need it. But here is a demo that you can download. So again, you click on that, it'll download to your downloads folder. There's mine, but notice it's got a zipper. This is a compressed zip folder. That's the only way we can turn in our projects through Schoology. I compressed it. You have to unzip it. It's built in. All you have to do is right click those zip folders, extract all, just the same place where it's at, extract. And if you notice now, there's the zip still there. I can delete it. I don't need it anymore. And here is the About folder. And this is from a student, Windows Application 1. There it is. You see that icon now. That's Visual Basic 2010. I'm going to double click it so you can see what this looks like, but we're going to start our own. So this is a demo. Again, it's the same demo for all of us. Opens, you see some stuff here, but let's just press play. I hope this works. Now let's just click yes. There we go. The About. So notice he's got a title, a label, My First Program. He's got an animated GIF or a picture. He has another label with a copyright date. He's got another label with a warning. Another label with his name, Justin Escalona. Sounds familiar, second hour. And a button that says end. And a title, My First Program. That's what we all have to do. 4 labels. This label, this label, this label, this label, and a button that says end. The graphic, the icon, the minimize, maximize are gone. Those are extras. He's got a tool that says hello. When I click end, don't have a nice day, and it quits. That's all I'm asking for. We're going to customize a lot of that. That's what you have some days to work on. So going back now, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to close out of this, pretend it's brand new. So when you open Visual Basic, you have this, as we talked about. You're going to do a new project, but before that, there are some things you have to change. Under Debug, Options and Settings, Environment. There we go. Projects and Solutions. Notice where it's automatically saving. It's saving to the C drive. We don't want that because many of you don't have access to the C drive. We just want to save this to our Google Drive. Well, of course, I don't have a Google Drive on here. But you would look for your Google Drive and you would save it there. So somewhere convenient. Or your desktop. If you have access to that, just save it to the desktop. Or your H drive, if you had access to your H drive. The problem is the computers are pretty restrictive about the C drive. So I would recommend Google Drive. But I did not download the Google Drive on this partition. The other thing you may want to do, text editor, no, it's not there. There we go. Under text editor, all languages, line numbers, and word wrap. You see those 2 boxes? I checked them. Encoding, this just gives me numbers, so I know what number of code, what line I'm on. So they're convenient. So word wrap and line numbers. So I had those. So a new project. Again, I spoke about this. We have this, leave it as it is. Down here, the name of this project. The About project. There you go. You click OK. It's saving it. It's already saving it to where you initially told it to, which is the C drive for me, but it could be your Google Drive or your H drive. So it saves it right away. So here's our user interface, our environment. Now I'll go back to Schoology. I'll view the directions. One form, 4 labels, 1 button.
Liza Sullivan, please dial 1660.
It's after school, can you tell? I'll stretch this out, move it any way I want. So I need 1 button. I'll put it on there. I need 4 labels. And there's the label tool, that big capital A in black. A label. Click again. Another label. Click again. Another label. Click again. Another label. And the form. Well, that's the gray box. We already have that. So I have everything that I need. If you want to save, you can click Save All. About, you see where it's saving to? The C drive. I can change that. But it's already set up because I did it from the beginning. But again, once you have your Google Drive, this should be different, or you have this going to your C drive. But notice, it already says About because I already set it up that way. So I'm going to save, and it's saving. It does it automatically, but I have a habit of doing that, of saving. On the About form, you must have the project name, your name, date, copyright warning. Those are what you're going to replace the 4 labels with. Here is a screenshot of Justin's years ago. The directions, I just did that. About, so go to the properties window, change the text property for the form to About My Program. So I select a form, I go to the text, you see here form 1, I replace that About My Program. Is that what it told me to do? About My Program. Got it. Now I hit enter, and notice this got replaced. About My Program. Next thing, change the name of the form to FRM About. You're going to learn about these prefixes. FRM About. So we just like to name things, be very descriptive. So again, I'm on the form. What is the name of the form? Generically, Form 1. FRM About. The user never sees that. That's what you're just calling this gray box. FRM About. Everything has a correct prefix. Scroll down the minimize box and maximize box and set both to false to disable them. I want this and this to be gone. Minimize box, double click false. Maximize box, double click false. You see, they're gone. I'll click save again. Now, the 4 labels that I created, I renamed them this, and this is the text that I put in them. So label 1 doesn't matter. Here, label 1. What am I supposed to call it? LBL program info. That's LBL, short for label. That's the prefix. And the text, my first program. So LBL, let's go up to the top. I have that label selected. Label 1, LBL program info. That's what I'm calling this label. That's its name. But what am I going to put in it? For text, then I go here, About My Program. Or my first program. Whoops, my first program. My first program. You can have some fun. Font. For color, look at font. I get a dialog box, bold, Seijo 12, what have you. There. For color, custom red, back color. You getting the idea here? I want you to customize this. There you go. My first program. Label 2. I'm going to call it LBL created by your name. LBL2. LBL created by, is that what I was supposed to put? Oh, LBL created. LBL created. That's the name of that object. Now what text am I going to put in there? Created by, and I'll put my name, Javier Rivera. And again, I'll customize that like I did the other one, however I want. Label 3, name it LBL copyright, and then put the month and the year, October 2015. Label 4, call it LBL warning, and then type all of this. Warning, copyright laws, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be fun. So here, LBL warning. LBL warning. Now something happens when you type all of that text. Warning. And then watch, I'm just going to type gobbledygook. It goes off. You can't resize it. So how do you make it, what do you do so it goes in various rows and I can resize this? There's another property. You see auto size? Make it false, and now you get to resize it when you get to that warning. Again, you can change the fonts, change the colors. Step 7, I tell you to save just to make sure. Then the button. Click the button tool and add a button to the form. We have that. Name the button CMD OK. Type the line end between private sub and end sub. So I have button 1. They don't tell me to rename it CMD OK. Now it says button 1. I never told you what to type in the text. So I will say click me. There's click me. That's not in the directions. I forgot. So, but right here, type the line end. That's the only coding that we have in this project. The only coding. Double click the button. You can double click, or you can click up here the view code. So if I double click right here where it's blinking already, just type end. That's it. That's a line of code. I'll click save. How do I go back to where I was? You double click here and it'll take you back. And notice I have the wrong name. I clicked on this. It says Form 1 VB. It's just a pet peeve. It annoys me. I select this and FRM about. There we go. That looks good. It has a correct prefix. I click save. That's basically it. We're going to spend 2 or 3 more days customizing it. But when you press play, there you go. You got this. Obviously a picture will be attached. I still have to talk about that. But you click the button and the program quits. That's what end does, END. But if you can get that, you're pretty much well on your way. And then I'll be back in school telling you how to customize it with some icons, how to add images, possibly sound, some fun stuff. See you later.